there, Coach Faye here, author of Choreography of Awakening, founder and creator of i'MAGINT It is my mission to study, implement, and develop the tools and strategies of life mastery, to inspire, empower, and teach people these tools so that we can enjoy fulfilling, meaningful lives, realize our dreams, inspire others, and contribute to the evolution of the universal consciousness. Today, I'd like to take a topic of trust. Why is it that we have so many difficulties with trust and trustworthiness? Why can't we trust anyone today anymore, or so it seems? You probably have experienced in your life that you trusted someone and that trust was betrayed, and the person didn't care about you, lied to you, and left you feeling hurt, angry, disappointed. You know what I'm talking about. Of course, if I didn't experience this myself, I wouldn't have picked up this topic to talk to you about it today. So how can we really live happy and joyful life when there is so much dishonesty going on? And what is trust altogether, actually? A trust really is about confidence. You can be confident to lean on someone, to trust this person, to be confident in their integrity. But the truth is, what if the other person who is not trustworthy shows up for you to teach you a lesson of trust? And that lesson is, it's not about trusting someone else. It's about trusting yourself, trusting in you. And that's the key. And until we can grow in the divinity of ourselves, how can we trust ourselves as well? I've experienced probably more disappointments with myself than with others. Maybe I just stopped judging others and expecting them to be trustworthy, and I'm expecting that they will change their mind. I'm expecting that something is going to change, and I trust that they're humans, and as a result they will be defending their interests and not mine. And so I have very loose laws that I place on people, especially if I can't fully trust myself. If I say I'm going to get up at this hour with first alarm, and then the first thing that I do in the morning is hit snooze after I promise myself that I will get up with the first alarm, then how can I judge and blame someone for not being trustworthy? If I couldn't trust myself, if I hit that snooze button, why did I hit that snooze button? Is it because I'm a bad person? No, because at that moment when I made my promise, it seemed like it was going to be a really good thing. But in the morning when I woke up and I felt tired, all of a sudden snoozing the alarm felt like a better thing to do. And so the trust thing happens exactly the same way with other people. So when we actually start really seeing from that perspective, then we can create a change in perception and change in the way we're seeing things, and then actually feel more confidence, more trust. If I have trust that people will lie, I trust that they will change their mind. I trust that they're doing their best, and their best will change from time to time depending on the situation they're at, and it has nothing to do with me. Then that position will allow me to preserve my peace and my joy regardless of somebody else's doing. Because the truth is, the key is not about those people and trusting them. That's not the key. The key is to feel fulfilled and joyful and happy regardless of what's going on. And if I can trust myself that I can bring that peace and confidence and joy within myself no matter what's going to happen around me, that is a real trust. So I hope this was really helpful. Before I'm going to say goodbye to you today, I'm gonna share a little story with you that my teacher had shared, that his teacher shared. Once upon a time, a long time ago, there was a big celebration in Japan at this one place, and they had fireworks just like we do here for the Independence Day. And people in that village, they love to come to this old ancient bridge that went across the river to watch the fireworks. And that day, they came to the bridge and they watched the fireworks. And this man also came to this bridge. But this man was no ordinary man. He was a martial arts master. And he knew and was teaching one rule. And that rule was, it says, keep one point. And one point is the point in the body that you keep your awareness and focus on all the time. So you're always staying centered within yourself. And he was practicing the keep one point rule, and he was teaching his students that as well. And he really walked the talk. And so as people watched the fireworks, they leaned on the railing of the bridge. And the bridge was old, and the railing broke off. And people plunged into the river. I don't know how far, but a lot of people died on the rocks. It was a rocky river. The teacher was also leaning on the railing, but he didn't die. And the reason he didn't die, because he didn't put all of his body weight on the railing. He held his one point. And so the story was, you can trust, but always keep one point and trust yourself inside of you. Your job is to stay present within yourself. And if you feel that you want to lean on someone else for support and you want to be confident in them, you can never be confident in something that's outside of you, and that is the lesson of trust. So consider seeing those people. Consider seeing everything outside of you is not being trustworthy, but being the teachers that are teaching you that the real trust is always in self. And when I'm saying self, it's not necessarily ego self. It's not only not necessarily ego self, it's not ego self at all. Because you cannot trust your ego either. It changes all the time. How can you trust something that changes all the time? The only thing that you can truly trust is the divinity within you, the high self that resides within you. And that's the lesson of this not trustworthiness, because you are not to trust the other egos and put something, your confidence, into something outside of you, because your practice, your worship, and your confidence should always be in yourself, your high self. the divinity within, the unchangeable, immortal, and infinite. Thank you so much for listening, and I will catch up with you next time.